Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not the type to talk big, and he's unlikely to climb very high in his career. Though he works hard at what's in front of him, he often struggles with pushing himself or standing out. Because he doesn't speak up much or take charge, he might miss out on promotions or new opportunities.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to feel upset and pull away rather than quickly bounce back. He gets stressed easily and finds it tough to handle pressure or criticism. You might notice him getting quiet, moody, or needing a lot of space.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will usually find him gentle and easy to get along with. He tries hard to be kind and polite, and he isn't the type to pick fights or argue. He rarely clashes with others, but he may also fade into the background because he keeps to himself.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he will quietly feel happy for you and may even show kindness and support, but deep down, he could also feel a bit overwhelmed or insecure. He's not likely to bring it up or complain, but sometimes he might pull back or become quieter if he feels left behind. If you notice him becoming distant, it's more because he's unsure of himself, not upset with you.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's likely to quietly feel insecure, but he won't show any harsh resentment. Instead of arguing or saying hurtful things, he may become withdrawn or a bit quiet, needing some time to process his feelings. He might worry about his own place and feel unsure, but he will still treat you kindly.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not someone who will spend wildly or blow money on useless things, but he's also not super organized with his money. He may sometimes forget to keep track of expenses or let bills pile up just because he doesn't like dealing with the details. He tries to be responsible, but managing money just isn't his strong suit.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He isn't one to pretend or show off, so he'll mostly live within his means. You won't find him boasting or spending to impress others. He prefers to keep things simple and not attract extra attention.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is naturally kind and open hearted, always ready to help someone in need or show warmth to others. When it comes to money, he isn't stingy and he'll try his best to share what he has if he sees someone struggling. His generosity comes from care, not from wanting to impress.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is not the secretive or controlling type, especially with money. If anything, he tends to avoid difficult talks and keeps things simple. So you might find that he forgets to bring up bills or doesn't always share the details, not because he wants to hide things, but because he honestly struggles with handling those topics. His honesty is quiet and gentle, never manipulative.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't believe that housework is only your job. In fact, he wants things to feel fair and peaceful at home, so he will be willing to help, especially if you ask gently. He may not always notice what needs to be done or be super organized about chores, but he isn't stubborn or old fashioned about gender roles.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not the type to just sit back and tell you what to do. He truly wants to help, especially if he sees you struggling or if you ask him kindly. If you gently show him how to help and encourage him, he will do his best to support you, even if he isn't always super organized or quick about it.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't the type to argue just to win or prove a point. Instead, he'll usually listen quietly and avoid fights, even if he feels hurt or confused. When you share your side, he's more likely to be gentle and try to understand, though he might need time to think things over or could get a little withdrawn if the topic is tough for him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's more likely to go quiet or pull away than raise his voice or say something hurtful. He doesn't want to hurt anyone, and being aggressive is not in his nature. Even in anger, he aims to stay respectful and kind.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does tend to get upset or worried easily, so small problems can sometimes make him angry or stressed faster than others. But unlike some men, his anger doesn't usually lead to shouting or fighting. Instead, he shuts down, goes quiet, or avoids people. It's honest to admit this can be hard in a marriage.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and usually tries to take responsibility for his mistakes, though it may take him some time. He doesn't like blaming others or picking fights, so he won't turn things around and say, it's your fault just to protect his ego. If you speak gently and give him space to process, he's more likely to admit when he's wrong and apologize sincerely.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He has a gentle heart and is careful not to push or force you into anything that makes you uncomfortable. He values your feelings and wants you to feel safe, so you can trust that your wishes will be honored.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the type who might quietly take it to heart if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He could feel a little hurt or worried and may even withdraw or become silent for a while, wondering if something is wrong. Encouraging open talks will help keep the bond strong.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He's not the kind of man who would ever use your personal moments to hurt or embarrass you later. He deeply values trust and kindness, so your secrets and vulnerabilities are safe with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is naturally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values emotional closeness and finds comfort in routine and familiar bonds, so he's unlikely to go looking elsewhere for excitement. You can expect him to stay committed as he prefers security and trust over risky adventures.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not the over possessive type. Jealousy, controlling behavior, or constant suspicion don't come naturally to him. He cares more about feeling loved and safe. not about keeping you on a tight leash.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not a mask for being controlling. He is gentle by nature and wants those he loves to feel safe. But he doesn't try to take charge of your choices or limit your freedom. You can expect respect and trust from him, not strict rules or possessive behavior.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as something both of you should do together, not just your job alone. He cares about being fair and will want to help, especially if you ask him kindly or show him what needs to be done. He values harmony and wants both of you and the kids to feel cared for. So he'll try to share the load rather than leave everything up to you.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he may not always stay calm. He can get flustered, worry easily, and sometimes become emotional. However, instead of shouting or getting harsh, he is more likely to withdraw, get quiet, or seem a bit overwhelmed. He always means well, even if his nerves get the better of him at times.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and as your own person. He's caring by nature and wants you to feel respected and valued, not just for your role at home, but also for who you are. He won't pressure you to give up your dreams or personal space for the family. His main wish is for you to feel happy, safe, and cared for in every part of your life.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the type of man who will secretly hope you give up your career after having a child. He may be more gentle and reserved, but he values kindness and fairness and truly wants you to feel happy in your own path. With him, what you decide for your career will always be your choice.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just surface level politeness. His gentle and caring nature means he wants the people you love to feel comfortable and respected around him. He values peace and harmony in relationships and will try to make them feel at home. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to feel overwhelmed and withdraw than to make things worse by fighting or causing drama. He doesn't enjoy conflict and will try to avoid getting into arguments, even if the situation is tense. His main goal is always to keep things calm.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not the kind of man who will expect you to suddenly change and act like a traditional, supportive wife just to please his relatives. His nature is gentle and fair, and he doesn't want to force roles or appearances on you that you are not comfortable with. While he may not always speak up boldly, if others expect you to fit into traditions, he also won't pressure you to put on an act.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than siding with others or staying completely out of it. He may not speak loudly or make a big fuss, but his loyalty is with you and he wants you to feel safe and cared for. He doesn't like conflict, so he might offer comfort in private instead of jumping into arguments.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not a mummy's boy in the strict sense, and he won't blindly take his mother's side against you. He cares deeply about peace at home and hates arguments, so he may avoid open conflict or struggle to speak up in tense moments. Even so, his loyalty gently leans toward you. He wants you to feel loved and safe.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He's a private person, and even when he's upset, he tends to keep things to himself or shut down rather than spread your problems around. You can trust that he values the privacy and respect of your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with him feels mostly calm and gentle, like a soft breeze in your daily life. He will not be loud or demanding, and his caring shows quietly through thoughtful little actions.